Welcome to the Zen Zone. We're going up with the Skydio 2. I found some footage that I hadn't previously put into the video. So I'm going to keep that on the background as I talk about some things that may be helpful for the community. I really want to express my gratitude to the community. It is the best community that I've ever been a part of. I've never felt so uplifted after something so negative has happened to me. It would have been easy for me to like sink down into the pits of despair after this happened to me. Everything, I don't have a lot. My computer here, my wheel, my drone, my camera equipment. That's my phone. That's basically all I had. I don't even have a car or anything other valuables. Basically every valuable I had was in this backpack right here, this Pix backpack that I'm wearing in the video. That was taking as well. I had my fast charger in there, my iPad in there, my Skydio 2 drone, all my stuff was basically crammed up into this bag. And my wheel that I'm riding on, my helmet was all the helmet was destroyed. I had to buy a new helmet, which I got sitting back here. It's a pretty nice helmet. You may have seen me post it up on Facebook. But I wanted to express my gratitude, and I don't really know how other than making video, making more content, helping this community grow in a positive light. So let's just get right into it. I got some specific names I want to thank. Even if I don't mention your name, I may have missed it. I've received many donations and many comments, many positive comments, and those comments are very uplifting. I do want to address some of the comments because I think it may be helpful for the community. First, James Hadazy, he came over to where I live, brought me $200 cash. You know, I think I didn't have my Visa card. All that stuff was stolen. All my IDs were stolen, my driver's license, all that stuff. Brought me, so I couldn't buy groceries. I usually use Amazon Fresh to order my groceries. It delivers in like 2 hours, boom, on my doorstep. Couldn't do that because my card was gone. And even with my replacement card, like the temporary one I got later, I still couldn't do it because they wanted my driver's license number. It's freaking wacky. So he brought me over $200 cash. I was able to get some groceries, which was amazing. This is a cool shot right here with the guy on his bike and his dog. That's a really cool shot. Law Lexina, he brought me over. He sent me $100 on Facebook, which was I'm extremely grateful for. And he came over like right away. He came over. He made sure I was all right. He was willing to drive me around to anywhere I needed to go. So I was really appreciative of him. He's an amazing guy. He's helped me out twice now. Like when my tire got a flat, he came right over and helped me slime it up and get my tire going. I love the community, man. Love Law. He's an amazing guy. I'm glad to be a part of this Vegas community too. Like the Vegas EUC community is growing very rapidly. We just hit 100 members, and I think Law Lexina is just a amazing person. Jihan sent me $20. Caleb Catron sent me $50 on Facebook. I think Jihan was on PayPal. Ray Rockney, I think he started the Rockney Riders Group on Telegram, which I received an invite to. Sent me $200 on PayPal, and he knew I lost my equipment basically, and he's sending me a 360 cam, the newest 360 cam, to borrow until I get my Skydio 2 back, until I get myself back up on my feet. So I'm excited to get that. I will be making some 360 videos, and I'm going to show you guys how to make 360 videos because I feel like we're lacking some high quality 360 videos. Most people just hold that stick out. I'm going to try to experiment with it and see if I can't bring like an artistic Zen flair to my 360 camera. Maybe I fail in this, but I'd like to see what it looks like. I'd like to see how the quality of footage compares to this Skydio 2, because right now Skydio 2 is pretty much the only thing I really want to use to record. I want to thank Kevin, who's in this video with me. He's the one in the front with the green helmet. He took me to the VA. They had chipped these kids, like when they knocked me down or whatever, they chipped my tooth. So he took me to the VA, took me all around, helped me run so many errands because I don't have a car. And honestly, I wasn't really feeling up to riding my wheel around with these broken ribs. I have been riding. I don't know if they're broken. They're probably just sprained, but it feels like they're broken, the lower ones. They haven't been healing too fast. They can still feel them. But he drove me around, helped me run some errands, helped me get back on track. And he also gave me some advice. He's like, Zen, if you're ever in that situation again, don't chase after him. Don't try to get your wheel back. I'll buy you a new wheel. If they take your wheel, you're ever in that situation again, I'll buy you a new wheel. Don't risk your life to get a wheel back. I'll get you whatever wheel you want. Don't risk your life to get your wheel back. So those were really kind words. And so if I'm ever in that situation again, I'm just gonna let him. Probably just gonna let him take the wheel, but I'm not gonna put myself in that position again. I understand now. Let me get through the thank yous before I get into what I feel like I could personally do better and what maybe you could do better to avoid situations like this. Jason Ramsey sent me $50. Gregory Smith sent me $500. I've only met him in person once during Westville, and it wasn't like we had like an intimate. I didn't really get to know him that well. So for him to send me $500, I'm very much appreciative of that. He is also a YouTuber. I think he's at almost 2,000 subs. I'm going to try my best to help him get up. I would like to help him get to 5,000 subs by the end of the year, because to send somebody like me $500 after that happened, it was extremely motivating, and I'm appreciative of that. It's Gregory Smith on YouTube, one word. There's another Gregory Smith on YouTube where there's a space between the Gregory and Smith. His is one word, and he does like S-skate foot. He does all kinds of like EUC content, S-skate content, one wheel content, a lot of travel content. Guy travels around and stays in like super nice hotels. He's living the dream, man. And it's cool to, when I watch his videos, I feel like I'm a part of, I feel like I'm there with him the way he does his videos. So he has really good content. If you guys get the chance, hit him up with a sub. James Muckling sent me $100 on PayPal. Thank you, James. I don't know if we've met. the last name's not ringing a bell, and that was very kind of you. Thank you. And I hope we ride together soon. Eric Am sent me $10 on PayPal. Thank you, Eric. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Every little bit has helped me get back on my feet. And honestly, being totally honest here, if something like this happened to you guys, I probably wouldn't be able to donate much. I'm not a baller. But the fact that anybody's willing to donate any amount was super appreciative, and I'm very thankful for that. Michael Vu, who I have met, I think twice now. Amazing guy, drives a Tesla, man. Dream car right there, Tesla. Mike, I hope you're enjoying that Tesla, Mike. If you ever want to hook me up with a Tesla, feel free. But he sent me $200, man. Thank you, Michael. Much appreciated. I hope you have some good riding, and I'm sure we'll ride again in the future. Dmitry Zyotsky, forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, sent me $10. Thank you, Dmitry. I'm assuming that's a Russian name and you're from Russia. I don't know. But thank you. Coming from that far away is much appreciative, man. Thank you. William Freyrix, forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Send me $25. Thank you. Very appreciative. I think I probably missed a few donations, guys. And if I did, forgive me. I made a list from just what I looked at on PayPal. I'm sure some more have probably come in too. Thank you, guys. I think what I totaled my donations up to was about $1,265 and $3,000 worth of stuff stolen. I'm hoping my renter's insurance covers some of this stuff. I think it should. Kevin's wonderful wife, who is an accountant, is helping me. She basically filed my whole claim, made it so all I had to do was send it in, but I'm missing the police report, the final police report. I don't have that yet. I just have the whatever preliminary report. And for the renter's insurance, you need that. I might be able to get a substantial amount of that back, which would, I think, almost put me even. If I could break even or even come out maybe a little bit positive, hey, that means I'm moving in a positive direction. I want to thank Jason from eWills. Very exciting stuff coming from him, but he sent me a new fast charger that was in the back of my pack, and he saw my video, and boom, right next day. Not next day, but like he saw the video, and then like 2 days, like he shipped it that day, and 2 days later it came. Boom, FedEx. It's in my Amazon locker. Went and got it. I got a new fast charger. That hurt me a little bit, and anybody from Vegas EUC knows. Once because I didn't even realize about that. I didn't even put that on the police report because I had forgotten that I had shoved that in my pack. And I was a bit hurt by that. That was stinging because I was like, oh man, things are going positive. And then I found out that was going to, oh, I really needed that from the job too. Because when I'm doing Postmates, I burn up my 84 volt Nikola battery very fast. And it's nice to be able to keep it going by just plugging in and fast charging it up. So that stung me a little bit. But with those donations, I was able to get a new phone. I got the OnePlus 7T, which I think is equivalent to my Samsung S10 Plus. The S10 Plus would have been way more expensive than this. This was a really good value. It was on sale because I think they're coming out with the next model number. It has a 90 HZ screen. It's a beautiful phone. I feel like it's the equivalent of what I've got. If not, maybe a little bit better because of the screen. I'm a gamer on my phone, and having a better screen with a higher refresh rate just gives you an added advantage. Okay, I want to talk about what I personally can do to avoid getting in this situation again. That day that I went out, I didn't want to go out. I wasn't feeling good. My friend and I had made plans, and in the past, he's kind of been a little bit flaky in the past, for good reasons probably. He probably has his own reasons, but for me, when you cancel last minute, it's kind of messed up. You want to give people as much, if you're going to cancel, give them as much notice as possible so that they're not waiting around for you or having to change their plans last minute. It's just kind of messed up in my opinion. But we've all probably done that and been there in the past, and it's totally understandable. And he's a great guy, and he's doing great things. But I didn't want to go out because I wasn't feeling good. But I didn't want to flake on him last minute. So I wanted to be the example. So I'm like, all right, tried to make it easy. It's like, hey, let's meet here. It's like in a neutral spot between where we both are, and then we're going to go for a fun ride. So I wasn't even feeling good in the first place. And I think, honestly, I'll be honestly speaking here, I think a lot of the reason I wasn't feeling good because I had been doing cannabis edibles a few days before, and my tolerance was really high. And so I had stopped doing those, and I think I was detoxing a bit, and I was just kind of feeling, when you go, anybody that's ever been through like a detox, I don't care what anybody says, cannabis detoxes are bad. And for me, it's a bit of a medicine because I have PTSD from the Army, really bad. And it helps me so much just to keep calm, to keep my zen. But there is that price you pay with any drug, especially when you're like not on it. You're going to go through a bit of a detox period. I wasn't feeling good, didn't want to go out, but hey, maybe some fresh air, maybe again, hanging around this really positive friend. It's going to lift me up. And so mistake number one, guys, if you're not feeling good, don't hesitate to flake on somebody. Like, you should avoid it at all costs. Number one, make sure your energy is good. Don't put yourself in a position where your energy is going to be bad. And my energy was awful because I was feeling like crap. And that's, I think, ultimately what led to my putting myself, just making decisions. There's so many things that could have prevented this from happening, but it just all lined up in the same way that positive things can line up. Like everything that's been lining up since the accident has happened has been positive and wonderful because I've been trying to keep my energy good. It doesn't feel too great right now even, but I'm trying to build it back up. For me, things that build up my energy, make me feel more positive, eating really healthy, getting out into nature, being on my EUC, and meditation. I think and being around positive people, those are the biggest contributors to like lifting myself up. So another thing I want to address is many people are like, you need to be caring. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't carry. And honestly, I almost kind of want to carry, but I'm kind of one of those, I've been in the Army. I don't want a gun anymore. I don't want to have to put myself in a position to hurt anybody if I can avoid it. I'd almost, honestly, this is going to sound weird, I'd almost rather just die than kill somebody, especially a kid, because I've seen the effects of that and what it does to people. Being in the Army, kids, I've never killed a kid, and hopefully I never have to, but my friends in the Army have. I think one of my buddies, I don't even want to talk about, but it wasn't necessarily his fault. It was an accident, kind of just crazy chaos, and I've seen how it's just messed up. Oh, we're at the end of the video, guys. That's it for this video. We'll talk more about this in part 2. Until next time, stay in the Zen zone.